All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So yesterday we saw DeMar DeRozan become a newer target for the Lakers because they lost out on the Klay Thompson sweepstakes to the Dallas Mavericks. Now I get it. DeMar DeRozan to LA isn't my favorite fit on paper. It wouldn't be the only move that I think the Lakers should make, but I think most people can at least come to the understanding that, hey, look, if DeMar DeRozan joins the Los Angeles Lakers, especially if it's on a decent contract, well, he improves the team, right? And I still get it. You have three-point shooting, spacing issues, the whole kit and caboodle. But hey, if JJ Redick truly wants LeBron James more off ball this upcoming season to just kind of, keep him healthy for the playoffs, especially entering another season in the NBA, I do think having a 20-point per game scorer in DeMar DeRozan would be beneficial for LA. But I understand, even just kind of the thought of DeMar and AD in the playoffs does kind of worry me. But nonetheless, there has been communication between the Lakers and DeMar DeRozan's agent. It will take either a one-year deal or a sign and trade where you can get a 3-year deal going. This is coming from Chris B. Haynes. One of the reasons I'm making this video here is because the Miami Heat reportedly have interest in DeMar DeRozan. So I will just say this before we get into the video. My favorite trade candidate, my favorite target for the Lakers is Jerami Grant. I really like the idea of getting Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton over. I love the idea of getting Colin Sexton and Lauri Markkanen, but I don't think the Lakers have the package. So let's talk about a theoretical move where the Lakers pick up DeMar DeRozan. Before we do, welcome back to the channel. If you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Lakers content. Lakers fans, who try and get this video to 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. So Woj went on SportsCenter earlier today, and he said that while DeMar DeRozan is drawing interest from teams like the Los Angeles Lakers, there simply isn't a lot of money available, and he could be better off signing a one-year deal for this upcoming season. Here's the exact quote. The Lakers have interest. How do they acquire DeMar DeRozan? That becomes a much different scenario. LeBron James has talked about a willingness to take significantly less money to open up their mid-level exception. I think DeMar DeRozan's case, and it may not be as appealing to him, but it may look like a one-year deal somewhere. So, I know that DeMar DeRozan will not be playing basketball in a Chicago Bulls uniform this upcoming season, but I would hate for him to go to Miami. I would hate for him to go to a Western Conference team. He's been rumored to the Los Angeles Clippers. I just think, once again, even though offensive spacing would be an issue, because keep in mind, DeMar this past season took 0.9 threes, all right? Made 0.9 threes. That was the second most of his entire career. So if you round that number 0.9 up to 1, DeMar's only making 1 3 a game. He shot 33.3% from downtown, but the worst part is that's the third highest three-point mark of his entire NBA career. One other big issue are just the defensive woes, right? DeMar DeRozan isn't the league's best defender, so history kind of outlines that for championship caliber teams, you need top 10 efficiency in both offense and defense, and the Lakers did not hit that mark last season. The offense ranked just 15th in efficiency this past season per NBA.com, and the defense was worse and was 17th overall. So DeMar would get you into a top 10 offense just by himself, but that defense would falter a little bit. So that's the reason I keep saying, look, if the Lakers make a trade, if the Lakers make a move for DeMar DeRozan, I would not end it right there. I get it. Money starts to get a little bit tight, but that's why you look into these players: D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent. These are the names, the contracts that the Lakers are dangling along with all their first-round picks to try to acquire a player like this. So once again, I read this article from Bleacher Report, and they kind of said exactly what I'm saying here. DeMar could be worth adding, but only if there's moves to follow, and this is what they had to say. If the Lakers can bring him on board, that better be the first of several moves to get this team into contention. They'd still need more shooting, defense, and depth to make that leap. So let's look into a different move here. I proposed this trade, I believe, a couple of days ago on this channel here, and it's still by far my favorite move the Lakers could make. And here it is. The Lakers receive Jerami Grant. Brooklyn receives Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and Matisse Thybulle. And the Blazers receive Ben Simmons, a future first from the Lakers, and a future first from the Nets. So the reason you would do this, if you're any of these teams, the Lakers clearly would make a move like this. We'll talk about that in just a second. But Portland gets a look at Ben Simmons for 1 year, right? And if he has a bounce back season, you can re-sign him. If not, well, now you got $40 million off the books and 2 first-round picks. And we know the Nets have been trying to unload Ben Simmons for what feels like forever. So Portland would be doing this to get the first-round picks and just 1 year of Ben Simmons. The Lakers would be getting Jerami Grant. I've talked about Jerami Grant way too much on this channel here, but the dude would be a freaking beast here. All right. And we did hear a report earlier today that the Nets, Jazz, Blazers have discussed potential deals with LA. So Jovan Buha of The Athletic reported that the Lakers have had talks with the Portland Trailblazers, Brooklyn Nets, and Utah Jazz regarding trades in recent days. It's unclear if any deal is imminent, but Vice President Rob Pelinka could use a win after a disappointing start to the summer. So Jerami Grant, perfect. One big thing about Jerami Grant, the worst part about making a move for Jerami Grant would be 5 year. He's got 4 years left of his 5-year, $160 million contract. Now that might seem absurd, but with Isaiah Hartenstein's getting like $30 million a year. Some of these free agent moves, some of these free agent contracts that we saw last season and this season, money's getting a little bit out of hand with the salary cap going up. So I don't think Jerami Grant's contract in like 1 or 2 years will be as bad as it seems maybe this past season. I already think it's looking a little bit better. And then they also have guys that could be interesting to the Lakers. If it's not Jerami Grant, they could look into Matisse Thybulle. They could look into Robert Williams III. And then with the Brooklyn Nets, if they were going to do a trade with Brooklyn, they've got a bunch of pieces that the Lakers would be interested in. Cameron Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Bojan Bogdanovic. All of those guys would be perfect floor spacing, three-point shooters on your wing. And then the Jazz, we keep talking about the Jazz, one of my favorite teams the Lakers could make a move for because I think D'Lo straight up for Colin Sexton and Walker Kessler would get the job done. Now, Lauri Markkanen to the Lakers, a 7-foot, 3-point specialist floor spacer. I think Lauri Markkanen would be perfect. I don't think the Lakers have all the assets to make a trade like that. But once again, they could still target Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, a combination of Sexton, Clarkson, Walker Kessler. But yeah, Sexton and Kessler, to me, even though I like the fit a little bit better than DeMar DeRozan, I don't think it would improve the team more than DeMar would, just because DeMar DeRozan, we're talking like a 25 point per game scorer even at his age right now. So let me know what you guys are thinking, because LA needs to make a move. I mean, that's abundantly clear. LeBron's been trying to make a move. They wanted to make a move for Klay Thompson. I'm going Jerami Grant. DeMar, I'm very much open to. I want to hear what you guys have to say about DeMar DeRozan. But let me know your thoughts on Cam Johnson, Jerami Grant, DeMar DeRozan, Colin Sexton, Walker Kessler. Give me your ideal target, free agency or trade for the Los Angeles Lakers down below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you.